Hey everybody, it's Doug here, Doug Mr. Guy, Board Game Geek, Doug Herring on YouTube. Just getting ready to do episode 4 of my playthrough of Darkest Night, version 2.0, the beta version, which was kindly supplied to me by Victory Point Games to do videos such as this. I also backed it. I backed it completely, as fully as I could, because I love this game. It's one of my favorites. It's simple, yet has some great complexity and gameplay to it. It's just a lot of fun. And we're going to dive right in, because once again I'm doing a lot of back-to-back filming, and so I haven't been able to edit and see what corrections may need to be made, so I have to assume that I didn't make too many mistakes. At least I hope. And we're going to get started. Now, you know, last episode we were running into some serious trouble. We're still in trouble. And we're going to start with the characters that are going to help us with getting out of that trouble the most right now, which I think we'll start with the mercenary up there in the castle, who we're already focused on. So let's take our player's turn now. And the first thing we have to do for the mercenary is draw his event card. A Time of Heroes. Gain a spark. Add a marker to a quest currently in play. There isn't one. If there are no quests in play, draw a quest, roll a die, and determine its location. Okay. So we gain a spark. Yay, mercenary's got a spark. That gives him an extra dice in a fight. That's good. And then we're going to get the quest deck out. And we're going to draw a new quest. So let's see what we get. I've already shuffled this a bunch of times, but let's see. Trapped children. Oh, we want to save the kids. Lewd versus 4. Each success gives us 1. We need 2. If we complete, we get to draw a search result. That's good. If it expires, we move the darkness track up 1. We don't want that, because they'll kill the children, I imagine. It says a group of children has been cut off from help by the advancing dead. Sneak them out and back to safety. Okay, so sneak them out of danger back to safety. Where is this going to be? Let's get the dice tower out and roll. Where will our little children be hiding? 4. So let's take a look at the village. Well, that's interesting. I think that's going to be right where... Yeah, it's going to be here with these heroes. So it makes sense, because there's these skeletons roaming around the castle, trying to kill these children, along with some spies that are trying to seek them out and lure them in with candy and put them in a cage and take them somewhere. What movie is that from? Okay, anyway, let's take the mercenary's turn now. He's going to destroy a blight. We've got to kill the blights, and I think the one he's going to want to destroy, remember, we're -1 fighting die there right now, which is bad. The one we're going to try and destroy, I think, is the spies, so we don't lose secrecy. So, what's he going to do there? Well, we could, actually, the one that's easiest to defeat is the Unholy Aura. I think he'll take that one out. So, now, he normally gets to fight his tactic with 2 dice, but we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to use the Acolyte's ability, which has this Ion Stone on it. And when it has an Ion Stone on it, or Scion Stone, rather, it says, place one of these on your powers. All heroes may use tactic effects, which is what this is, from that card as if it was their own, may not be moved after being placed on a power. So it's a permanent thing. And that's going to give us 3 dice total, so it means 2 dice to roll. But however, because I'm using that power, if I roll a 1, I lose a grace. So let's hope we don't. I did roll a 1, so the mercenary is down to 3 grace, but we succeeded in destroying the Unholy Aura, which will help the ranger take out one of those guys as well. And that takes a blight out of there. Now, he is also going to use one of his bonuses, the Spoils of War. It says exhaust after you destroy a blight to gain a treasure chest. You may only use 1 war power for each blight you destroy. So a treasure chest basically allows him to draw power from his deck. So I'm not going to bother to cash in. I'm just going to draw the power immediately, even though he's not going to be able to use it. And we get the Drums of War. Exhaust after you destroy a blight to travel. You may only use one war card per blight. Okay, so now he's got three war cards. Well, he's got two. The Determination doesn't say it's a war card. And that's going to end his turn. So we destroyed a blight, and that ends the turn of the mercenary. Let's see. I think we're there. We're there with the ranger. Let's do his turn next. Oh wait, before we do that, the mercenary loses his secrecy. He's down to 1, and then he has to elude or fight the skeletons. He's going to use his own personal tactic to fight with 2 dice to fight the skeletons off. He succeeds, so he does not lose any more grace from fights in that area, and he is in good shape. Yeah, so he was at 3. He went down 2 to... Yeah, man, he's lost some secrecy there. We're going to have to get him out of that space soon, or the Necromancer is going to be coming after him. All right, now we got the ranger. Ranger... we got 5 turns to take care of the trapped children, so I think the blights are worse for us. Okay, so he's going to destroy a blight too. We got to clear this place out. So the first thing we're going to do is draw his event card. Test of Faith. Compare to secrecy. His secrecy is a 5. 5 plus. Lose 1 secrecy but gain 1 spark. So he is down to a 4 secrecy now. But he gains another spark. Spark give extra dice. That is a good thing. Okay. Boom. Now, let's see. What's he going to do? The spies. He can use his poison arrow, which he will do. Yeah, the spies are going to take our secrecy without any rolls or anything. So he's going to use his poison arrow, fight with 3 dice. If the highest die equals the target number, you both succeed and fail. So that means we would take the fail effect as well as the succeed effect. But he's going to use that. And that's going to give him 3 dice to roll. He needs a 5 or better. Oop. Hopefully he makes it. Oh, he failed. Actually failed. So he just fails, which means he loses a grace. That puts him down to 2. He's getting hurt. Man, I thought with 3 dice he wouldn't have to use a spark, but that's the way it goes. Okay, and that's going to end his turn. So he loses a secrecy now because of these guys. He's down to 3, and then he has to elude or fight the skeletons. He's going to elude them with his Race the Hair ability, which elude with 2 dice, and if he rolls a 6, he has to move. He did not, but he did elude, so he did not take any further damage from the skeletons there. And that is going to end our ranger's turn. Okay. Let me see, next up, we got the Mesmer and the acolyte in the same space. Let's go look at them. I think we'll do the Mesmer first. So let's take his turn. Yeah, we're going to draw his event card, see what he gets. Hopefully something not terrible. A setback. Of course, count the blights in your location. There's 3. Spend a spark or lose a grace. Well, he'll spend his 1 spark that he has then, instead of losing a grace. That's better. Spark is a new thing for this for Darkest Night 2.0. It's really good addition. Okay, now he's got 3 blights there to take care of. Actually, he was supposed to draw 2 omen cards, or 2 event cards, but that one's a 5, so I think we're okay. Let me see what the other one is. The last one is a 5, and this one is a 3, so yeah, we would not have done this one, which is a rescue. Okay, anyway, let's continue on. So I think he's going to want to first fight the Flux Cage. He's going to destroy the Flux Cage Blight. Okay, so let's do that. He's going to use his tactic of Consume Dreams. It says, fight with 3 dice, exhaust if you roll fewer than 2 successes. Okay, that's going to put him down to 2 secrecy. We're all getting very low on secrecy because we're fighting blights. That's going to give him 3 dice, and he needs to succeed on 2. He's got to roll a 6, so he might lose this one. He did succeed, so he does destroy the blight. That's a good thing, but he exhausts this because he rolled fewer than 2 successes. So he's going to have to do something, I think hide or something next turn to gain his powers in that back and get some secrecy back before the Necromancer comes chasing after him. Alright, and that's going to end his turn. Now we got the acolyte. The acolyte's there with the 2... Now neither of these 2 deals... Oh, you know what? This evil presence, -1... eluding. Okay, not fighting. So we're okay there. They don't really do anything. So he might our acolyte might hide or search. Well, hiding will refresh powers and gain 1 spark, because I want to keep... The reason I'm concerned about that is right now we have the blinding black exhausted, and that's what allows us to control the Necromancer. It's a really good ability. But he could probably destroy one of these blights as well. However, it'll put him back down to a 1 secrecy. If he hides, he'll gain a secrecy and refresh his powers. But that's all he'll do. Regardless, we're going to have to draw his event card. So let's do that. Okay, panic. Add a marker to a current quest. That's what we're going to do because there's one on the board. So we will do that. Oh wait, I got to draw 2. That's a 4. The other one is a 3. So that it will be the quest one. So we're going to take a time marker. We're going to put it up here on the Trapped Children card. Okay. Now, what are we deciding with him? Is he going to hide? Is he going to slip away? What's he going to do? He doesn't. He still has his tactic. He could try and take out the blights, which means the Necromancer will just move there and put another one there. So I think we're going to do that. He's going to hide for his action. That puts him up to 3 secrecy, but it allows him to refresh this, and that's such an important power for us right now that it's worth doing. And that is going to end his turn, which means we're going to end the turns of all the characters for this round. We're going to go to the Necromancer's turn. All right, let's do that. First things first. That goes up to 8. That's bad, 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 bad for us. But nothing else happens there. Now, the other thing, we're going to put a quest token on the Trapped Children quest right here. So that's that. And then we're going to move the Necromancer. Definitely want this clown to move because there's 3 blights there. So he rolled a 6, which means he's going to stay there unless he detects a hero. So he'll detect all kinds of heroes, and then he's going to go for the closest ones, which are going to be the Mesmer and the acolyte. Well, that's better than putting 4 blights here, because then the rest of them start spilling over to the monastery. So he's going to move here. We're going to draw a map card, and that is in the forest. Oh, desecration. This is about probably the worst of them. Let me see if I can how quickly I can find that. Here it is. Desecration. This one, we've got to destroy this. It's only a 4, but each round we get +1 to the darkness track. So somebody's got to stay there and take that out. There's no question about it. All right. That is the end of the Necromancer's turn, so we're going to wrap back around and we're going to take the hero's turns. We're going to take the the mercenary's turn first. Man, I've been doing everything I can to just stave off the Necromancer this game, and I'm not getting ahead. I mean, we're in serious trouble with this game right now because I don't have enough mysteries or clues up to do anything worthwhile or even close. So I think what we're going to do for the mercenary, he's going to spend his soothing leer to reactivate all his powers, because that gives him some things when he destroys a blight. But first off, sorry, we have to draw an event card. What are we going to do? A vile beast. We've got to fight or elude. If we win, we gain a spark. He's going to fight the vile beast with his fighting tactic of 2 dice. He will not use a spark. We need a 4 or 5 rather. He failed. Man, that's put him down to a 2 grace. Not having good luck, guys. I mean, very bad luck, actually. Okay, and man, I remember these dice did me wrong before in another game. All right, but he still uses his leer. Now he's not going to do the quest because it's an elude. We're going to let our good old ranger do that. However, if he, man, oh man. Okay. I almost need to move him. He's got a 2 secrecy right now. If he fights the blight, he'll go down to 0. I'm sorry, he's got a 1 secrecy. He'll go down to 0, and the Necromancer, well, that's not such a terrible thing. No, the Necromancer will move to the village and put another blight there, giving us 4. Probably going to happen anyway, guys. He's going to attack a blight. So he will go after, they're both 5s, so he's going to go after the spies because they take secrecy. So he's going to get 2 dice, but he's going to spend his spark because I'm tired of losing. And we're going to roll a 3rd dice and see what he gets. He needs a 5. A failure. Seriously, guys. So he failed. He did not succeed at that. And, well, here, I can do this. If you fail, bonus, when you fail fail an attack or quest roll, which he just did, gain 2 sparks. So he's down to 0 secrecy, but he did gain 2 sparks, which might help us next turn. Luckily, he was the first guy to go, so that's not so terrible. But he can't go down any further on secrecy. Now he's got to fight the skeletons. He's going to use his tactic again for 2 dice. He succeeded there and did not take any further hits from the skeletons. Good thing, because he's going to die if he does. He's got to get back to the monastery and pray, it looks like. Man, we're just failing miserably at this. Alright. Next up, I think we'll do the ranger. Now, the ranger's in the same spot with the mercenary, so let's roll. Let's pull his card. Grim Tidings, draw a quest card and roll to determine its location. Okay, here's the quest deck. Let's see what we get. Collaborators. Spend 1 secrecy for 1 token, and we need to complete it for 1. It says get a treasure chest. Expired, each hero draws an event card. Let's see where this goes now. We're going to roll a die. Goes 6 from the... So it's going to stay there. So both these quests are in the castle. The castle's quite an active place right now. And for his action, we're going to complete the Trapped Children's quest. Hopefully he doesn't have... well, if he does have to move from that, that's not a terrible thing. So he's going to go there and complete that. He's got to elude 4, and each success is a 1. He's going to use his spark token and his special ability of Race the Hair. So that's 2 dice. That's going to give him 3 dice. He just needs 1 4. He got 1 4, barely. Okay, so he got... oh, it's not enough. So we got a success, but we need 2. Okay, so not enough to complete it. Man, okay. Well, that's that. He didn't roll a 6 at least, because I can't roll that high. And so that's going to complete that. That's it. So he's going to have... he's still got more turns to do it. But now he's going to lose his secrecy. That puts our ranger, who's a secrecy king, down to 2 because of the spies. And then he's going to have to elude or fight the skeletons, and he'll elude with Race the Hair again. Let's roll 2 dice. And he failed, so he took a grace. That puts him at 1 grace. And we're about to lose characters. Unreal. This is a tough game. I had one tough game a long time ago that actually went 30 rounds in the darkness track, but I still think I pulled it out at the end if I recall. I don't think I'm pulling this one out. This one's going down in flames. We're having bad luck every turn. So that is going to be his turn. Now we're going to go... wait, that's... who else? Now we're going back down to the acolyte and the Mesmer. So we'll start with the Mesmer. He is here. He is got... now, he's with the Necromancer, so he's going to go down to 1 grace immediately. Or 1 secrecy, rather, immediately. And then we're going to draw his event cards. So, let's see what he gets. He gets 2 5s, so we can choose. We're going to take this one, not the one where you just lose a secrecy. Draw a quest and roll 1 die to determine the location, then add a marker. So, a marker to it. So we're going to draw a new quest. Let me grab the quest deck out. Here it is. Our new quest is Demagoguery. Spend 1 spark to gain a success. Your action, you complete that location. We get to destroy a blight here. That's good. Let's hope it's in a location that actually has one. Well, all of them have them. So let's see. I'm just going to roll the die and see where this blight ends up. Oops. A 4. So if it's going to end up in the castle. And then we're going to, according to the quest, we're going to put a time token on there. We only got 1 more turn to complete that, or it will fail and expire. So there are 3 quests up in the castle, bunches of blights to deal with. It's just not a good place. And the 2 heroes up there are not in good shape. Okay. Let's take the Mesmer's turn. Mesmer is simply going to move. He is going to move to the monastery, where he will gain a secrecy back and now cannot be seen by the Necromancer. Then, he's going to, while he's doing that, he's going to, as his action, oh, he can't do it. I was going, well, it's okay. I was going to move the acolyte along with him, but don't worry, I'm not going to worry about that. So, he moved to the monastery, got out of harm's way right now, because he's in too much trouble. The acolyte, however, is going to have to stay there. So let's draw his 2 event cards and see what he gets. So he gets a... well, we know it's not going to be this one. Respite. That's too helpful. And close call. So we're going to roll a die, and we're going to take the highest. So let's see what we get on his event there. A 2. 1 or 2, lose a grace. Ouch. So our acolyte's back down to 2 grace now. And now he's going to do something. He's going to have to. He's going to take this desecration on. He's got to. That's going to drop him down secrecy to 2. And then he's going to use his final rest tactic, which gives him 3 dice to fight that. He needs a 4 or better. Let's hope he rolls it. Remember, he doesn't want to roll 1s. He did not roll a 1, and he did destroy this blight. So, good. We got rid of the desecration before the Necromancer's turn. That is very good, but not entirely helpful, because it's not helping us to win the game. Okay, that is the end of all the characters' turns. Now we're going to the Necromancer. Okay, Necromancer is going to go up to 9 on the darkness track. Still only have 1 clue. And then he is going to, we're going to put tokens out. There's a bunch of tokens on these quests up at the castle. We got 1 here. Oh no. We failed at this one. The demagoguery. What do we do? We're going to put 2 new quests there. This is Quest Central. That's the failure. The failure was to put 2 new quests there. Okay, so the first one is going to be Fugue. We got 6 turns to do it. We need 1 success. Roll 1 die. For each die, you roll a 5. You get a success. We complete. We get an epiphany. It's an item type thing. If it expires, the heroes lose a turn. It says traces of dark magic are striking and incapacitating people seemingly at random. Solve the riddle of their appearance before your own is stricken. Okay, so we're going to do that, and then we draw another one. There's another one there. Making waves. Exhaust 1 power to gain a success during your action phase. In this location, you may do this repeatedly. If we complete it, we get a skull token. I have to look and see what those do. If it expires, all heroes lose a secrecy. An evil spell is homing in on the heroes. Make some mystical noise to send it in the wrong direction. So we are loaded to bear with quests there at the castle. Quest Central. Let's see, what does a skull do? What's the skull tokens? Discard after the Necromancer's movement roll to move him to any location. Oh, we want that, except for the monastery. Okay, it doesn't really matter what location he goes to at this point. Either location he could move out of is going to place 4 blights. Okay, that was his. That was the failed quest during the Necromancer's phase. So now we get to move the Necromancer. It's likely he's going to see the acolyte there. He's chased around quite a bit. A 1, he didn't. Wow. And he's going to move back to the village. Not the best thing in the world for us, unfortunately, because he's going to drop a 4th blight there, and we have not been able to clear that out. So in the village, he's going to drop Oblivion. Oh no. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, now when you're in the village, you exhaust 1 power each turn you're there. That's just fantastic. So that's where I moved the wrong piece. That's where the Necromancer is, up here in the village. That's going to end the Necromancer's turn. Okay. Well, you want to see, let's keep going 1 more turn, see if we actually fail, because we're really close to losing the game. I mean, the blights are going to start hitting the monastery pretty soon, especially if we have one appear again in the village. And our characters, I mean, we've got characters that are in just dire trouble here. Okay, well, we're going to start with the Mesmer. He is in the monastery right now, where he is going to pray, which will allow him to refresh all his powers, which is good. And he will not re-rolling or not drawing an event card, and we're going to roll 2 dice for each 4 or 3 plus. He gets a grace back. So he rolled 2, so he's now at 5 grace. That is good. I think that's the maximum he can get on that roll there, up to default. So actually he only gained 1. He was at 3, but that's good, because that protects him from the Necromancer. He can move out, and he's got all his powers back, which are good. Okay, that is his turn. Let's move on to the let's do the ranger. Let's draw his event card up here. What does he get? A patrol. Compared to our darkness track, it's a 9. So we are facing some archers. We got a 4 elude, 4 fight. Well, he's going to elude with his race the hair ability. That's going to give him 2 dice. And let's see what he gets. He eluded and did not roll a 6, so he doesn't have to move. That's good. He didn't suffer anything from that. Now, we've got to complete these trapped children one. We're about to lose it, and that's bad. So he is going to again attempt his tactic of race the hare to try and complete this. He needs one success. A 3, he fails. Okay, that's just wonderful. All right, and that's going to be his turn. Now we do have to. We're going to lose a secrecy, so he's down to 1 now, and he's going to have to elude the skeletons for 2 dice. He failed. That means he is actually at 0 grace. If he takes one more hit, he is dead. And that will end the life of our ranger. We'll have to get a new character, which I wasn't planning on doing this game, but I guess we might. Oh man, what a terrible, terrible session. Awful session. Wow. Okay. Next up, I guess we'll go with the mercenary. He's there at that spot. So he is here. We're going to draw an event card for him. Mind Blast. Spend 1 grace or exhaust all your powers. Well, that puts him down to 1. That's fantastic. And then he's going to have to try and get that trapped children too, or we're going to fail it. Well, we got 2 more turns. There's 3 tokens on it now. No, there should be 4, because I guess I forgot to put 1 from the last turn. There should be 4 from the Necromancer's turn. We should only have 1 turn left. So, but he's not good at eluding. He's going to have to try. We've got to try. If we fail that, we're going to each draw a second event, or what is it? The failure is a +1 doom track. I guess we can let it go. We'll be at 10. He's going to try and kill the spies again, or maybe the skeletons. He'll kill the skeletons. So he's going to use his tactic of military style, which is fight with 2 dice. He is going to spend 1 of his sparks. He's got 2. And let's see what he gets. That's going to give him 3 dice. A 4, a 4, and a 3. So he failed. And he took another grace, so he is at 0 as well. So we succeeded at nothing there. I'm almost ready to call this game, because we are not going to win. It's going to be just the demise of the characters. We can't succeed at anything. It's just awful. Okay. All right. Well, we still have the Mesmer and the acolyte to go. Let's go to... Well, wait, we did them first already, right? Am I missing something? We wrapped around... No, we didn't do them yet. We didn't do them yet at all. Okay, so the Mesmer, he's in a pretty good place to get some... to move, anyway. He could use his ability. Let's see. Suggestion, move a hero at your location. That's not going to help. Activate a hero at your location or deactivate. Nope. Fight with 3 dice. Yeah, you can do that, but not this turn. He's pretty secretive. I think he's going to move. Well, he's chance of losing 2 secrecy there. He'll be at a 3 rather, when he moves if he moves to the village. I think what he'll do is he's going to first move to the mountains, which will get him a secrecy back, so he's at 3. And then he's going to have to take on the skeletons, which he can fight with his tactic. Fight with 3 dice. If he succeeds at 2 or less, he's going to exhaust that fight ability, but hey. Wow, does that show my current frustration with the game? I talked through that whole event without going on it. So we're going to take it back. I'm going to show you what happened. Okay, I'm going to cut back and show you what happened. I'll probably erase the part where I talked through the whole thing. What he did was, he was here, so he moved here, and that's all he did. Then he had to defend against the skeletons. He rolled a 6, 6, and a 5 using his fighting tactic with 3 dice, and he doesn't exhaust it because he succeeded. And that's it. Now we're going to move on to the acolyte. The acolyte first has to draw 2 event cards. Let's see what he gets. Renewal and Fisher. Well, this one's got no number on it, so I don't think we do that one. I think we do this one. Lose 1 grace. You may move to any location except the monastery. So that puts the acolyte down to 1 grace with no ability to defend himself, and he can move anywhere, huh? Except a monastery. Where will he move? Well, he can move to the swamp, try and get some stuff. Now, you know, actually he should move to the castle. Yeah, this is where all the trouble is. He's moving up there as part of his event. Now, because of that, he gains a secrecy, so he's up to 3. But also, he still has his actions, and that's a good thing, because he can elude, right? Does he have the ability to elude? No, not really. But he can exhaust to ignore the effects of a blight, so he's probably going to do that. What he will do is attempt I don't want to exhaust either of his powers, so we're not going to do this one this turn. I think he'll attempt to an elude of 4, just with 1 die. Let's hope he can get it. Oh, 1, of course not. Okay, so he failed, because I'm trying to get that children one done. We're going to lose it. Okay, now he's going to exhaust any time to ignore Blight's effects in until your next turn. So he does that, so he doesn't have to deal with the spies or the skeletons. And that's it. That's the end of the player's turns. So we failed this quest. We failed to save the trapped children. That is terrible. Our heroes are mortified, and the darkness track goes up to 10 as a result. Okay. Then we put the darkness track is now at 11 actually, because we have to go up 1 more for the Necromancer. Then we put a time token on each of these, and then we go to the Necromancer's movement. He is here in the village. Let's see what he gets. A 6, which means he's going to stay right there. Wow. Okay, so here's where things start to take a bad turn for us. We're going to put a taint in the monastery. Let me find the taint. Okay, so this taint is going to go here in the monastery. We're now 3 blights away from losing the game, and our heroes are a wreck. So we're going to leave this episode right here, guys. That was a really rough episode for us. We're failing miserably at the game, mainly due to dice rolls. I mean, there's ways to mitigate the dice with sparks and everything like that, but we're just not doing it. We're failing at it. So anyway, I'm still enjoying the game, even though I'm frustrated by my lack of luck on this one. Probably going to lose, looks like, because we're pretty close to it already. Got 3 characters near death. And we can't leave that. We cannot leave the castle in its current state, which looks like that. It's just awful. So we've got to keep doing something there. I mean, that's going to lose us the game if nothing else does. Or getting into the village to take out some of these blights when there's such terrible blights there. Man. Well, we'll see what happens next turn, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And please don't forget that I have a contest running. If you go to my playlist and look at my channel updates and go back a couple, you'll see the one, and you need to post there. Plus, also, if you subscribe or get some other folks to subscribe and maybe donate some money to my channel, I will be adding games to a winner's list of games to acquire. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Talk to you soon.